Howdy, this is the old gunsmith. We're starting a series here on the tools you will need to get started on working on your guns or gunsmithing in general. We'll go over some general tools, some thoughts, some ideas, some considerations that you should have when you're picking your tools or making your bench, and there'll be a series of them. So I hope you enjoy them, and let's get started. I wanted to talk about the most important tool in your shop. Now, if you walk around to gunsmiths and ask them, what's your most important tool? You'll get all kinds of answers like my screwdriver set. I use it constantly. I use it all the time. I couldn't get by without my screwdrivers, or I couldn't get by without my lathe or my drill press. Lathe, of course, is for somebody who's advanced, and we're kind of trying to talk to people who are just getting started or want to get started and giving them the basics. First of all, the most important basics are your library and your computer. Knowledge. There's plenty online that you can find, and there's plenty of YouTube videos out there, and I've used them. If I'm into something I've never seen before, I haven't worked on before, I will go into YouTube and I'll find somebody who did a video on it. Whether I agree with how they did it or not isn't important. It shows me how it goes together, how it comes apart, and it gives me everything I need to know to go ahead and work on the gun. So there's a lot available online, but it isn't a patch on what is available in print. Print's been around a long time, and it covers obscure things covers things in depth that you'll never find online. If I was starting today, if I was going to start gunsmithing today on my own guns and just as a hobbyist or kitchen table kind of gunsmith, the things I would recommend. First of all, Gunsmithing by Roy Dunlop. It's an older book. I think it was written in the 50s, maybe. It's available out there, and it covers everything about gunsmithing. 1963, not as old as I thought it was. From the workshop and basic tools and special tools and bluing and blackening of metal, gun stock design, how to make guns, everything. This book has everything about gunsmithing in it. It's a big, thick book. I don't expect you to sit down and read it. But having it on the shelf, when you decide that you want to do a job, or you're considering doing a job, you want to start checkering, you want to start inletting your guns into a gun stock, and you say, well, where do I go? How do I do that? Roy Dunlop's gunsmithing book will tell you. It is a great resource. It's terrific, and it goes into some considerable depth. If you're really starting on pistols, there's Pistol Smithing by George Nanti Jr. Again, a very large and detailed book about pistol smithing. In general, when you get into specifics of individual guns, Jerry Kuhnhausen has done a series, and this is by no means the entire series, but this book is just about S&W revolvers. That's all it covers, S&W revolvers. There's Colt revolvers. There's the Colt automatic, service rifles, the Colt, well, it looks like I got 2 copies of the Colt automatic. Sorry about that. But these are shop manuals, and they go into detail of how to do trigger jobs, how far to go, how to set up to do them, into detail that you won't get online. Online, you will see how to take it apart, and they'll tell you, well, you file this piece down until it feels good. He'll give you angles, he will give you tools, he'll give you sources. Jerry Kuhnhausen's shop manuals are just fantastic sources of knowledge. And then there's a lot of other books out there. For example, what do you want to know about the Springfield rifle? That's everything you need to know about the Springfield rifle is in Brophy's book that he wrote, and it goes into everything from the very beginning. This is a lot like the classic series, but everything from prototypes on and on and ad infinitum into small details that you never even thought of asking about. For a beginner, first the gunsmithing book, and then second thing I would buy would be the assembly disassembly guides from the NRA. They're $25 a piece, and I can't tell you how valuable they have been for me. If you want to know how to take down a Parker side-by-side shotgun that was made in 1898 or 1896 or 1905, Parker never really changed how they put their shotguns together. So you can go into one of these books. It's in here alphabetically. So if we can find P's, right now I'm sitting in Remington, if we can find the P section, there we go. Parker double barrel shotgun. And it will give you step-by-step instructions on how to take it apart. And then you just reverse them when you're putting it back together. And it's invaluable. It's just, it's information that, and this one's on pistol and revolvers. So you can decide whether you're working mostly on pistols or whether you're working mostly on long guns, and buy that one first, and then come back and buy the other one later. But that's available through the National Rifle Association. If you're into muzzleloading, there's books on how to build muzzleloaders. How to build classic American Pennsylvania / Kentucky rifles. Everything from the time you buy the blank stock and barrel, and to the time that you take it home and shoot it, or take it out and shoot it. Everything you need to know. There's a better one than that yet too, but it's much thicker and it's very expensive. And that would be Shumway's book on the American long rifle. But and I used that when I built some of my long rifles. And last but not least, I'll mention this one. This was put out by the old Shotgun News, which is now Firearms News. I think they've changed their name. And they have articles in this that go all the way back for several years of things that appeared in Shotgun News. And of course, Shotgun News, they were producing 2 or 3 a month. So these articles would appear and disappear and be gone within a couple of weeks. There's all kinds of really great articles in here. Even one by my favorite gunsmith, me, where I had an old shotgun that I picked up for almost nothing because, as you can see, the stock was cracked. And I go through step by step how to put it back together, how to reinforce it so it will never break again, and you end up with a shootable shotgun on the end. It may be a black powder shotgun that needs Damascus barrels and needs a black powder shells, but I take you step by step through everything, and every article in there is like that. The things that are available in print are fantastic, and they're right there at your fingertips on your shelf. I've got probably 5 times that number of gun books. I just brought a few out to show. And that and the computer, those are your 2 most important tools, because they will give you the knowledge to do any job you want to do. It's a question of whether you have the talent to do it. The knowledge is free. The talent you earn the hard way. All right, thank you for watching this video. If you've liked what you've just seen, we're going to be doing some more of them. We'll cover a lot of the basic tools to get started. Just stay tuned, watch the Alpha Charlie Papa channel, and we'll have some more ideas for you. For now, happy trails. Happy trails to you until we meet again.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.